Okay, this is the real Gen X College Dropout Life for December 8th, 2014. So please ignore that incorrect date I gave on yesterday's installment, in yesterday's installment, or whatever. Okay, I have a slight problem with sleep earlier today. I got up from somewhere between 6 and 7 a.m. to use the bathroom. Went out to bed, couldn't fall asleep, so I said, forget it. It's almost daylight anyway, so I might as well do stuff like LPD, for example. Okay, and then eventually, I think around 11, I got around to eating breakfast, which, according to my notes, consists of burger, rice, peas, and corn. And on the internet, I noticed that a lot of people were responding to my video where I advise people not to listen to Stardust Barbarossa or Sargon of Akkad. Yeah, that should be enough. But I think one of the biggest things I'll say one of the biggest things I did today is doing surveys and PTC stuff. And if I remember correctly, I think I did four surveys for inbox dollars and send earnings, which is kind of unusual because, as I said before in the previous video, getting these surveys, getting approved for these surveys is extremely hard, highly unlikely. But it wasn't like that when I joined up for these groups. But now they make it hard as hell for people to qualify for surveys. Oh yeah, another good thing is that I made another cash out with ClickSense, and the money should be in my bank account by Wednesday. And I think around somewhere between 2 p.m. and 2:30, I took a nap and got up around 6:30, I think. Let's say 6:30. And I did more stuff dealing with ClickSense, inbox dollars, and send earnings. And as 8 o'clock approached, I tried to get the TV in the den to work since my mother is using the TV in the kitchen. Couldn't get it to work because apparently I need the original remote control for the TV to get this thing to work, and I don't know where that is. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if my mother just threw it in the trash. She has this tendency to throw stuff in the trash without considering whether it's needed or not. And as a consequence, I ended up missing 2 broke girls. So I'm going to have to watch that online tomorrow or later in the week or whenever. But I did get to see Mike and Molly. And in today's episode, Molly bought a new car with the money she got from her advance for this book she's working on. Now, I could use one of those advances too. Now, Scorpion, Sylvester, ended up getting into an explosive event, let's say, and basically he accidentally activated some kind of bomb and it blew up in his face. But needless to say, this is probably not a spoiler anyway because he's one of the main characters anyway. But needless to say, he survived. Then I finally got around to seeing State of Affairs, which I kind of forgot about. I mean, I believe I did watch the first 1 or 2 episodes a few weeks ago and forgot about it. Then I remembered it was on. Now I watched it recently, and in this episode it deals with a smallpox outbreak in Panama. And of course, the first thing that hit my mind when I heard that is that I thought smallpox was extinct, but then of course I recalled that that's not entirely true because if I remember correctly, certain governments have small amounts of smallpox samples laying around just in case there's a need to create more smallpox viruses in case some, I don't know, unlikely event that another virus popped up that was just like smallpox or whatever. I don't know. The experts could explain this better than I can. Okay. As usual, I'm behind schedule, so yeah, a 5 minute video on uh, a 5 minute video sounds about the right length. Would have been better if it was shorter because, like I said before, I'm behind schedule. So, that said, see you later, Ralph Nader.